this episode we sail from Martinique to Guadeloupe, a passage with headwind and a lot of seasickness, and we experience a major change to the plans at Les Saints and have to continue to Pitre. We get a spot in the marina and rent a car for a few days to experience the island. We see beautiful waterfalls and visit a chocolate factory. We are sailing TIKKI, a Danish boat who is sailing around the world. Here is Flemming, our captain, and Elisabeth and Anton, who just turned 3. We sail in this beautiful sailboat TIKKI that is a Hanse 540E.
So we are on our way from Martinique to Guadeloupe. And it's a bit windy here, so Elisabeth and Anton is both seasick. I guess within 1.5 hours we probably get in a lead from Dominica, and from there it should be a much nicer trip. Well, it is what it is. We left Martinique this morning, sailing towards Guadeloupe, and just passing Dominica now. The first 3 hours was quite rough. Elisabeth got seasick and Anton got seasick, and both of them throwed up. Now we have been in the lee behind Dominica for some hours, and we have, when we get out of the lee here again, we'll probably have 1.5-2 hours to go to the islands just south of Guadeloupe, where we are going to spend a few days.
We are in Pointe Pitre instead of Isle de Hanse. Why?
When we arrived yesterday afternoon, and we were just about to anchor, and there was something with the transmission that didn't work. I mean, the propeller turned, but not much, and even though we went like almost full speed ahead, we did not make more than 1 knot. And we tried in different directions, so it has nothing to do with the wind or the current. So we decided that we didn't dare to drop the anchor there in case we couldn't get off. It was a tiny place. Instead we took another 3 hours to here, because we know there is a Waterfalls service station here, and we need to go there now and see if we can get an agreement with them to come and check what's wrong with the transmission. We are so much praying that we don't have to change the transmission, because that would be a major project. I mean, even to repair it is probably going to be quite a project, but we still hope that it's just a minor thing, though we kind of have an idea it's not really a minor thing. But now we're going to do the custom clearance, and then we're going to visit the Waterfalls service station, and I guess we're also trying to see if we can get a spot in the marina, because that's probably easier when we have to do the repair and get the Volvo guys on board and everything. So yeah, we'll see.
While Flemming is chasing the Waterfalls office to find help for the transmission, we hunt crabs in the marina.
With regards to the gear, it seems that there's some discs in the gearbox, some clutch discs that are worn up, and we need either to get them changed or to get a new gearbox. And neither the repair parts or a new gear is on stock, and it's most likely that we have to wait to do the repair until we get to Corso. So it is what it is. We actually booked a spot here in the marina for almost 2 weeks just to get this gear problem fixed, but I mean, everything out here is rather inefficient. So I mean, even though there is a local authorized Volvo Penta dealer here, they are not able to cope with it. So we need some assistance from some Volvo Penta authorized service people home in Denmark, and we're probably going to get the spares from Denmark as well, because it doesn't really work out here. But we hope we will be able to make it all the way to Corso, and there we are going to leave the boat for a couple of months anyway, to go back to Denmark, and then I guess we'll have the gear repaired either before we go or when we return.
In Guadeloupe.
I mean, 10 minutes ago the sun was shining, the sky was blue, and now it's just pouring down. And it's like within, when it starts just dripping a bit, 10 seconds later it's like this.
And it's not even rain season, and we get rain every day.
But rumor says it rains a lot here in Guadeloupe. Yeah. I don't know why.
So we are visiting a zoo today here in Guadeloupe. Supposedly it's really nice with the hang bridges and a lot of beautiful nature.
We have rented a car for 3 days.
Yeah.
So we are going to more or less come around the island. Since we are pretty much stuck here, we might as well just do it from the road.
Yeah, and see like the inside of the island, not only the coasts, because we're gonna see them by boat, but try to see everything that's on land here. The zoo on Guadeloupe is located beautifully in the lush rainforest. It had many different species, and the hang bridges made it a special experience to be able to see everything from above. Unfortunately, Anton was not allowed to enter the hang bridges. Only children from 6 and up could enter, but we still had a great experience. From the zoo, we continued our road trip down south to Boatrepair, where we made a lunch stop. The city had a few shops, but was nothing special, so we didn't spend a lot of time here. The next day we went to one of the amazing waterfalls on the island, the Crayfish Waterfall. This is easy to get to, as you only have to walk 10 minutes from the parking lot and down a path to end up at this beautiful place. The easy accessibility also makes it quite busy, which is one of the downfalls of this place. However, with a 3-year-old child, it is perfect, and he really enjoyed the water and to climb on all the rocks. We spent almost 2 hours here, which I think is quite uncommon. Guadeloupe is the French overseas department in the Caribbean, consisting of a number of islands with a total area of 1,628 square kilometers. The archipelago has 400,000 inhabitants and belongs to the Lesser Antilles. The archipelago consists of the islands of Basse-Terre, Grande-Terre, Les Desirades, Marie-Galante and Les Saints. 10% of the area is made up of the Parc National de Guadeloupe and the Grand Cul-de-Sac Marine Natural Reserve.
Hvor er vi henne, Anton? Chokoladefabrik.
Yeah, we went to one of the waterfalls. We were actually swimming there. It was nice, not as cold as I had expected. And now we are at the chocolate museum.
Yeah.
And we'll have
is that the high point of the day?
That is for Anton, the very high point of the day. The chocolate factory, he calls it.
This is the result. You have a paste immediately. Why? Because cocoa is very fat. Inside the cocoa, 50% of fat. What we call cocoa butter. Don't be afraid. It's a good fat. That's why scientific say good fat.
Kakaosmør.
You have to make a little paste with it. So you can give it a form. Here in West Indies, 2 forms. The bowl and a stick. You have to make it quickly because it becomes very, very hard in a few hours. The bowl, the stick.
But where are we now?
We're in the Shy. The Sky. The Shy. It's a city up north, or a town up north on Guadeloupe. It's actually the last stop before we would sail on to Antigua if we were sailing right now, but we're in a car, we're on a road trip. So yeah, just grabbing some lunch and then probably continuing towards Pointe Pitre and the Catalan.
And also we are going to see the other side of this peninsula, you can say, because that is supposedly the national park on UNESCO's World
that's what
Heritage.
we are continuing.
Yeah, I don't know how much we can see from the car, but at least we'll have kind of an idea if we can go there by boat later on.
Yeah.
What are we having for lunch?
Panini with chicken.
Not the most healthy, but it's fast,
Yeah.
so we can move on.
And cheap.
After 2 busy days on the road, we used the last day with our rental to just visit a beach close to the marina and a very nice market in the center of Pointe Pitre. These types of markets are very common in the Caribbean and are known for the various fruits and spices. I love to visit these places and to pick out some of the nice fruit and vegetables. In the next episode, we continue our adventure on Guadeloupe. We have friends on board, and together with them, we explore Pigeon Island and Les Saints. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our YouTube channel. That will mean a lot to us. And you can also follow us on Instagram. Thank you and bye!